everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I did an upload. However, things have been extremely busy at home between work and school and all that starting back up. But today I am here to show you a little bit about how to start a simple budget, and I'm going to do this a little bit differently. You're not going to see my face, but I am here to show you how you can take a plain notebook like this that costs maybe $1 or $2 at the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, Walmart, Target, wherever you may buy these things. I know a lot of times we see on the internet these really fancy, elaborate budgets, but I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't get discouraged by seeing those and thinking, well, I can't make something that looks like that, because you really don't need to spend a lot of money to create a budget, because part of budgeting is trying to save money. So if we're going out here and spending a lot of money on these fancy binders and things of that nature, you're spending on some unnecessary things that you may not have the money for. So let's get started. So like I said, I bought this for like $2 at Kroger a couple weeks ago, and this is what I'm going to do my basic budget in to show you all how to do that. So let's get started. So when you open up the notebook here, you can see that I have laid out everything in different sections. And I'll kind of go over this with you, and if this format works for you, then great. If it doesn't, then you can set it up however you'd like. However, I feel like this is a good basic start to a budget for someone who may have never done this before. So what I did is for February, I went and looked to see how many paychecks that we were going to have. Now, I do have a two-income household, so we do get paid 4 paychecks a month, typically. My husband and I, our paychecks are alternated, so we get 1 paycheck per week, thankfully, so it works out really well for us. So I put on here that we got paid on the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th, and I put how much we get paid for each one, and I took the total and added it up here. So then, after I did the paychecks to see how much we're going to be bringing in, I went down to the bills column and I wrote down the date and the type of bill it is and the amount, so I could have all these down here and I know exactly which days they're going to come out, so that later on, if you want to do a little more work on a budget, you could figure out how much you have to pay out of each paycheck for your bills. Or if you just want to look at it from a monthly standpoint, that works as well. So I went down through here and I added all these up, and so my total amount here is $2,370. So then what I did with this, since these are all pretty much fixed amounts, the electric, the gas, and the water, those all will fluctuate every month, but they typically stay around this amount. So I went ahead and put them under the fixed bills amount. And then I went up here and I took my $5,600 from the paycheck, I subtracted out my bills, and this is what I was left with, was $3,230. So then, at that point, what I did was I took the variables. And so, like I said, I don't mean gas, electric, water, things like that, that might fluctuate, might maybe $20 or $30 a month. I mean things like, as you can see, gas, groceries, miscellaneous, eating out. You could also add in certain things, like if you have a birthday coming up in that month, or you have something specific that you're saving for, or something specific that you're needing to spend for, you can put into this variable column. This is not one size fits all again, it's just whatever works for you. So I figured out, so my husband and I, we both work from home, but I do go to the office sometimes, and I do leave the house more often than he does. So my gas expenses for each month, I typically spend about $40 to $50 per week. So I wanted to go the higher amount just to be safe. So I put $200 a month on there. My husband, he only has to fill up his car every 2 to 3 weeks typically, and it's about $50 every time he fills up as well. So I put that he would do it 2 times a month. So I put $100 on there. For our groceries, recently I've been able to keep our budget for groceries under $100 a week, since it is just 2 of us. But I typically try to stay at least under $125 for sure, because we both work from home, so we do eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at home most days. So I put $500 a month on there for that. And then miscellaneous could be anything. It could be like something we want to buy. It could be miscellaneous things like toilet paper or paper towels or something of that nature. Or it could even be like if one of our animals has to go to the vet for something minor. So we just have some miscellaneous put in there. Then I put in here an eating out, because we typically do eat out about 1 time a week. We don't drink alcohol or anything when we go out, so we typically are able to eat for about $50 each time we go out, since it's just the two of us. So I put on here $200 for the month. I totaled all these up to $1,100. So then I went back up here to my working area, and I took the $3,230 I had left from previously after all my fixed expenses came out. I subtracted the variable expenses, and it left me with $2,130. So what I did with this amount is I ended up putting it down here and wrote savings next to it. That's what we would plan to put in savings for the month. Now again, things come up and you might have like a large vet bill that happens, you might have a birthday that comes up, or if this were December, you might have Christmas coming up. Now hopefully the amount you're putting in savings was going to help you to be able to pay for those things as they come up. But again, this is just a basic budget. I don't want you to feel discouraged when you see these beautiful, elaborate budgets on TikTok or on YouTube, or just people posting them, because you don't have to spend $30 to buy a special budgeting binder. You don't have to spend a lot of money to make your own binder or pay a content creator for whatever they use, unless that's something that you really want to do, because sometimes having pretty things, they bring us joy. So if you have the money for that, then that's fine. But this is going to be for your basic budgeting for those of us who don't have a lot of expendable cash. I hope this has been helpful for you all. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you have any thing that you want to add to it or say what works for you with budgeting, you're welcome to put that in the comments below. And I hope you'll subscribe to my channel so you can see future content like this. Thank you all so much.